Hey guys, this is Scripter Noob here, just showing you the new batch game engine I'm creating. Warning about this video though, I didn't get much sleep last night, so if I start stuttering or something like that, it's not my fault. I'm really tired. I just wanted to make a video though. As you can see here, we have an assortment of folders. Also, this game engine is called RealBatch Game Engine. We have an assortment of folders here, and I'm going to show you pretty much what this whole game engine would do and everything whenever you make a game. So, yeah, first of all, data stores for temporary data. That would be for like creating a random event or something like that. Bin is for any external files or anything like that, or any releases you have, or stuff like that. Content is the main part of the game, which I will be showing you that in a second. Game data holds all your main scripts and stuff like that, and plugin scripts and everything. Save holds saves, obviously. Testing folder is just something I was making, and then we have gamevars.engine, which I'll show you what that does first. Pretty much gamevars.engine, what it does is that's pretty much like the core of your game. It shows everything to do with your game, like game name equals my game, stuff like that, and it has like what I call a header variable. I don't know if that's what they're called, but I just like calling them that. Yeah, it uses GV because of game var. Then you can see we have like GV online, which I'm gonna figure out to try to put some kind of online mode on this if I can in a later release. That's not my top priority, but that'd be cool. Auto update checks to see if there's any updates for your game or engine or anything like that. Cheats, which would include like God mode or whatever, or the developer's console or anything like that. Color, that's obviously the color of the command prompt. That's the standard color. And then the title in the top left corner, like up here. So yeah, let's go ahead and minimize this. But the next thing, I'm going to show you the content folder, which you can see here. There's 5 folders: entities, items, maps, NPCs, and weapons. I made a sample file for each of these. And sorry I keep going so much. I'm trying to ponder what I'm going to say. Like I said, guys, really tired. Stayed up pretty late last night. So this one is light.entity, and I made their own file extensions for each type of content. We have here is the header variable ent, which stands for entity, and one of the first variables is ent emit light, which obviously because it's a light it's going to, which pretty much means that in a map, if it's integrated, if you're going to make a game, that pretty much says that the map that you're in is lit up, so you're not gonna like have darkness. Pretty much that would be good for having like caves. If you're gonna make like an RPG, saying, oh well, the cave is dark, I can't see, so I'm not gonna go in. Another one we have here is item. Example item cake. It's a lie, by the way. It uses the item header variable, and here's a good one: is consumable, which means that you can eat the item, and pretty much what it does is it'll just take the item off your inventory and then do something, which means that heal on consume is 100, so it'll heal 100 points when you eat it. Then here's gen middle. It's a map that I made. It's a little sample map. What it first does is sets the current map for save files to gen middle, and then here's the actual map data right here, just showing where exactly you are on the map and stuff like that. And then you can see here it says cur NPC, which stands for current NPC. What that does is that whenever you have an NPC, you can load it into the variable and then put it in the cur NPC spot, which makes it so that the map displays what NPC is actually in there. And you could implement more in there. It just really depends. Here's an example NPC named Joe because he's average Joe. Haha, I know I'm stupid, but whatever. Use the NPC header variable, and you can see there's like health 10 is attackable, which means that you can attack him and kill him if it's set to 1. And then you have some more over here. Not really going to go over much of these, just showing you. Here's a weapon, which I named Swept for scripted weapon. If you play Gary's mod, you understand where Swept came from, but it uses the swept header variable, and then like here we have like wield level equals 1. That means you have to be level 1 to wield it and stuff like that. And yeah, you can make some weapons with that. and then that is an example. Well, this is an example batch file I made just to show how everything works and everything. How the content works is that it renames the whatever dot whatever to whatever dot bat, pretty much like light.entity to light.bat, and then it calls it and renames it right back. And most of you are probably thinking, well, why would you do that? That's just kind of a waste of like code and stuff like that. Well, that's because I just like to look at files that say like .entity, because I would hate it to go into a folder and then every folder to see like .bat, even if it's like entity folder .bat. I don't know why, it's just more aesthetically pleasing to see .entity or .npc or something like that to me. That's just my personal preference. And here's an example save file, and I'll show you how this happened whenever we run this example batch file. So let's go ahead and run this batch file, and you can see what happened is that it loaded up light.entity, did all the renaming stuff, and then loaded its name into the game. So it shows that works. Then we have the map here, which is gen middle, which is what I showed you, and it loaded the current NPC, which is Joe, which is again the NPC that I showed you guys. And it says, what would you like to do? Kill Joe. Let's go ahead and kill Joe and see what happens. And now, as you can see, it loaded the same map back up, but there's no Joe there because the current NPC is set to nothing, which means that there's no NPCs in the map currently. So it says gonna make a save file, even though there is already a save file. But I'll show you. Yeah, shut up. Ignore this. I don't know. There. Okay. What happened was, whenever you killed Joe, it set the current kills to 1, and the current map is gen middle, so that could be used for good save files and stuff like that. But yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys this game engine. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I mean, obviously it's in like pre-alpha right now, but it could go somewhere. I just want to make it easier for you guys to make like batch file games. And some people would be like, well, why are you coding in batch files? Code in a real man's language or something like that. But I'm just doing batch files because they're fun. And just so you guys know, I am learning Java on the side, and me and my friend are currently developing a Java RPG game. So yeah. But if you want to help work on this, just send me a message on YouTube saying RealBatch Game Engine help in the subject line, and then in the message tell me what you can do. I'm not looking to make a game, it's just more to make an engine. So yeah, just remember that. I'm not gonna help you make a game or anything. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna release a batch file script that automatically downloads from my Dropbox using wget.exe. So don't freak out whenever there's a link and all you see is like 2 files. So don't be like, oh, a virus, because I don't feel like releasing a bunch of zip files, because what I'm gonna do is put it in my Dropbox, and that way you guys can just automatically update each files whenever I release new revisions of the file. So yeah, I just thought I'd tell you that so you guys don't freak out and not download it, because I'd really like you guys to check this out and see what you can do with it and stuff. And yeah, so be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and yep, see ya.